The smell of fresh coffee filled the air as the morning sun spilled through the glass windows of the small, town diner. It was one of those places that felt frozen in time, red leather booths, chrome edges, and the quiet hum of conversation. But on that particular morning, something shattered the calm. A waitress named Emily stood behind the counter, trying to keep her hands from trembling. Her eyes flickered toward the door every few seconds, as if expecting a storm to walk in, and it did. The door swung open with a jingle of the bell, and two men in tailored suits stepped inside. They didn't belong in a diner like this. Their shoes shined too brightly, their voices too sharp for a place built on kindness and coffee. The taller one, Daniel, looked around with disdain before spotting her. "Emily," he said coldly, "your father's waiting for you. Let's not make this harder than it needs to be." Emily froze. She had run from that world months ago. From her billionaire father's house, from his control, from a life that looked perfect on the outside but felt like a gilded cage. She wanted freedom, peace, and the chance to build something for herself. That's why she worked here, pouring coffee and earning honest tips. But now, her past had found her. The other man, a bodyguard, stepped closer. "We can do this the easy way or the hard way." Her voice shook. "Tell my father I'm not going back." The men exchanged a look. One reached out, grabbing her arm. The plates on the counter rattled as she struggled to pull free. At that moment, in the corner booth, a little girl's voice broke through the noise. "Daddy, please, help her." The man sitting beside her looked up. A broad-shouldered figure with tired eyes and a quiet strength about him. Jack Turner, a former soldier, and now a single father trying to give his daughter, Lily, a normal life. He'd seen enough pain in the world, enough injustice. He didn't want to get involved. But his daughter's voice, that changed everything. Jack stood, his chair scraping against the tiled floor. The diner went silent. He walked toward the men, calm but firm, the kind of calm that came from years of knowing what real danger looked like. "You heard the lady," he said. "Let her go." One of the men turned sharply. "Stay out of this. It's a family matter." Jack didn't flinch. "You're grabbing a woman in public. That makes it everyone's matter." Emily looked at him, eyes wide with fear and disbelief. The man gripping her arm tightened his hold, trying to intimidate Jack. But Jack took a single step closer, his voice low and steady. "You've got 3 seconds to let her go." Something in his tone, quiet, certain, dangerous, made the man hesitate. Then reluctantly he released her. Emily stumbled back, clutching her arm. Jack caught her before she fell. "Are you okay?" he asked softly. She nodded, tears welling up. I didn't think anyone would stand up to them." "You?" Jack smiled faintly. "You'd be surprised what people will do when someone asks for help." The men, realizing they'd lost control of the situation, turned to leave. But not without a final warning. "This isn't over. Her father gets what he wants." As the door slammed behind them, the diner slowly came back to life. People whispered. Some even clapped quietly. Jack guided Emily to a seat, and Lily climbed up beside her, offering a napkin to wipe her tears. "Daddy always helps people," Lily said proudly. Emily laughed through her tears. "He's a good man." Jack shrugged. "Just a dad trying to teach his daughter right from wrong." But the story didn't end there. Over the next few days, Emily's past tried to pull her back again. Her father sent more men, threats and offers. Anything to make her return to his empire, but Jack refused to let fear rule their lives. He called on his old military contacts, found legal help, and made sure the truth about her father's control and manipulation came to light. Slowly, Emily found the courage to stand up to the man who had treated her like property instead of family. One night, she walked into her father's mansion alone, no longer afraid, no longer the obedient daughter. "I'm done living your version of my life," she said, her voice steady. "I'm free now." And she walked away. When she returned to the diner, Jack and Lily were waiting. This time, she wasn't trembling, she was smiling. "Coffee?" she asked, picking up a pot. "Always." Lily grinned. "Can I have pancakes too?" Everyone laughed. The diner felt like home again. Not just for Emily, but for all of them, because kindness has a strange way of healing the broken pieces. Not through grand gestures, but through simple acts of courage. That day, Jack didn't just protect a waitress. He showed his daughter what real strength looks like. He showed Emily that freedom begins the moment you stop running from fear, and he reminded everyone that heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes, they just wear kindness. In a world that can be cruel and controlling, kindness still wins. Always stand up for what's right, even when it's not easy. What would you have done if you were in Jack's place? Have you ever seen someone stand up for a stranger? Share your thoughts below. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This is Be Kind Always, where every story reminds us that compassion is the strongest force in the world.